Yogesh is spending $300 to get back $1,360 in return. So guys, let me know in the group right now, is his process broken? Should you work on your ads, be looking at your funnel? Should you be looking at your offer and see how can you improve the close?
On this landing page, I need to really work on, because as you said, it is the low hanging fruit for me to really work on and get a lot of changes on the landing page. I think those couple of things I really got to do immediately.
How many of you here would love to hear from Michelle? Would love to hear what it is that you did in order to make this happen?
I mean, during the presentation, I will try to talk about the upsell part as much as I can in the content, like what you always said. Just push ourselves and just carry on. You know? So when the first sale already came, it's like, right, like unbelievable. And I know that you always say that, like remember that feeling.
Self-limiting belief that it's actually, number one, possible to bring this online, charge high ticket, and actually get people to go on to your next level offer. Okay, so well done. Looking forward to seeing more of this.
Not only do you get a lot of good strategic guidance from the man himself, Ping Jun, but you get his whole team as well. He really helped me out with getting my head around marketing and, you know, Ping Jun's whole team. So that's the real benefit about Legacy, is that you get access to people who are in the trenches, who are doing the work, who are practitioners, not theorists. Before Legacy, again, no experience with tech websites, funnels, ads. I hadn't had any experience in it. Then after joining Legacy, I started to get the knowledge and then started to apply it. I've done the high level, Tony Robbins, I've done, Brendan Burchard's, and I'll tell you what, out of all the masterminds that I've been to, if you want strategic and tactical hand-holding knowledge, guidance, experience with the team, you've got to work with Legacy Mastermind and Ping Jun and his team. We're 7 months into it, and I'm currently just over $720,000 revenue.
Grace has conducted a live webinar with a JV partner. 297 people registered, 40% of people showed up, 100% retention, 42 calls booked. That's actually really, really insane. So what did you do in order to make perhaps this JV partnership happen? What did you work on that you feel the rest of us here would be able to learn from what it is that you did?
And I hear what you say in terms of the 48 hours of really hot leads. So I did do an email follow-up sequence for anyone who registered or who booked a call, I should say. And I followed up with them every single week, every 3 days with value-added emails, and homework.
First of all, let's give Dr. Grace a round of applause for her accomplishments last week.
We'll be revealing to you the 3 secrets to unleash your marriage. And the first secret is why almost everything that you have learned in marriage is wrong.
Okay, let me just pause this 1 second, because I'm always paying very close attention to messaging. Now, I've noticed this phrase used twice so far, which is at the start and towards the middle again, which is the words so that you can fix your marriage. Who do we attract based on our messaging? The issue is people don't want to necessarily identify themselves being in a relationship that's broken or unhappy relationship where they feel that they need to fix their relationship. So does that make sense? Talk to me.
Yes, love it. Love it. And that's one of the improvements that we made from last week when we submitted it. We realized that we were going after, we were doing a good cause, right? Trying to save marriages, but you're absolutely right. They have to acknowledge first that they need to save their marriage or fix it, and they're coming from a place of a broken marriage. And we realized that actually. So when you said that, I thank you for that, because it definitely validated the changes that we made in our language.
Now I realize that until I learned from you, Ping Jun, about all these storytelling and how to put a picture and all, those are the talks that I use stories, that I open up myself, and especially when I think some of the fathers can relate, that's where they really open up to me. And after the talk, when they're having a break or when they're having a meal, they will come to me and they will ask me for advice and all this. And that's where I find that, and the stories actually help me in my credibility.
When he came from the angle of, look at me, I'm the speaker, you listen to me and you talk to them, yeah, that's when, especially if there are some alpha males in the room and they'll be like, okay, yeah, great, because now you're speaking to them intellectually. But if you can connect with the heart, that is when you'll have a very different result. That is when people will be coming up to you saying that was like a wake-up call for me. That was like a slap in the face. That is when you know you can actually truly change their life and help them at a much deeper level.
And because looking back at my own company, I realized that I have difficulty finding the right people. I have difficulty hiring the right people. And even if I hire them, like I don't really know how to utilize their gifts and talents. I had a lot of frustrations and difficulties trying to grow my team so that we could scale the business, right? I decided to join the Legacy Mastermind, okay, so that I could really get the full benefit, okay, of what they were offering. It's not just, of course, Peng Joon's advice about marketing, right, is already worth a lot of money. What is also extremely valuable is Peng Joon's team, okay, how they were able to help me to be able to improve my processes in my company, how we are able to find the right people to hire, how we can onboard the people properly, okay, so that they get trained and there's accountability.
Before I joined them, before attending their events, I never did more than $1 million a year. Okay, but that year, we actually get coached by Peng Joon and Shuing and get help by his entire team, right? We did nearly $2 million, and that got us to the 2 Comma Club Award, which we received in Funnel Hacking Live just recently.
How many of you here can envision that this could be you, where you spent $90, you had like 250 plus people, 350 plus people visit your site, and you haven't had a sale yet, and you don't know what to do? How many of you here can envision yourself being in the same position? This doesn't help you because this doesn't help a person move towards this. Now, what is the thing that sells this? It's your video. So eliminate this, and this entire thing should be moved so that this thing goes up, and this video needs to be on autoplay. Okay.
My ultimate aim is to get them to sign up at a corporate coaching program that I plan it to be around 8 weeks, and I hope I could actually secure it. Today's session gave me an opportunity to actually polish some of my script, and I hope that will come in very useful tomorrow.
Perfect. Very nice. Guys, notice something from KK. It's this, okay? Remember, the delivery mechanism, it could be a one-on-one meeting. It could be with a boardroom of directors with 7 people. It could be a 3,000-person event. What I say on a webinar and what I say when I'm live in front of 1,000 people could literally be 90% identical. The only 10% that's different could be the mechanics during the call to action. It could be on a webinar, it could be on a Facebook Live, but as long as you're under messaging, that is when you'll have the confidence to deliver it on whatever platform. Let's take a look at some game changer wins, #boom. Joyce, first ever sale online. Congratulations, Joyce. I know like you have been here, you have been absolutely consistent on these calls. 30 seconds or less, just let us know how you feel, what you've learned from closing your first sale.
So what happened is because I launched this weight loss program, I still do working on it. So yeah, again, I jump out the plane without parachute. I'm building it as I go down, but it's already people joining in. And I think it was such a boost for myself because as I say, I've been on here. I try to launch so many stuff, the webinar, everything, because I say, if you don't dip the skin into the water, you're not gonna put the effort in it. So, and that's how I went for it, and I did. And people start starting up. So
yeah, well done. Everybody, let's give Joyce, a huge virtual round of applause. I think, I always say the first sale is never about the amount, but it's about the belief, right? It's just about the belief that if you get the taste of the initial success and what's actually possible, replicating it and making it happen over and over and over and over and over again. Notice how my value ladder begins with free. Okay. Free content on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, creating content, getting people in here. What is the purpose of this? To be able to create a warm audience, hot audience, to get people to my front-end funnels. And what are the purpose of the front-end funnels? To get people into my challenge. The whole goal here is to give yourself clarity and vision of what is the ultimate goal.
This table just blew my head. And thank you, Davina, for that. Learning a lot in the first coaching call.
the win is finally launching a lead funnel. And I even like the fact that you even mapped it out utilizing this MindMap software. Well done. And I would love to be able to hear what it is that you did. What have you been working on, so that perhaps I can give you a quick insight on how you can, take things to the next level.
I used your product launch funnel, converted it to, rewrote it on GrooveFunnels, recorded the videos according to your training, and it's now launched. So anyway, I'm pleased it's done. I've been spending the last 2 days trying to carve out a stop the scroll ad on Facebook. I'm ready to go. So I think it's more like tomorrow I'll launch that ad.
Okay,
Yes.
well done, Raymond. Let's all give Raymond a round of applause for having his funnel up and running.
But if you find a way, a coach to take you there step by step and supporting you and cheering you on, you can climb higher and higher and be closer than you think you are.
Ooh, very
And
good.
Please, if you want to find out more, please join my webinar where I'll share with you how to get closer to your dream clients.
Perfect. Guys, are you seeing this? Okay, right? So this is how you connect that conversation. And that's what I'm doing like all week. Okay, all week is I've been taking hooks that converts very well. And all I'm doing is I am going into the story. So first prize is $100 straight to your PayPal. And the winner is, here we go. Sorry, Meredith, you just missed it by a little bit. Phyllis, congratulations. I know you've always been here. You've always been showing up. Let's all give Phyllis a round of applause. Hopefully you'll buy yourself a nice dinner with Sis.
Awesome, Peng Joon. Thank you. I want to take the advantage of this time to motivate everyone that you helped me start the year pump out with doing what I need to do. After the first our first coaching call, you push us to commit to do something. I am going to make it happen because you motivate us to make it. And I would just want to make everyone to push their self. Doesn't matter what obstacle you have. We need to make it happen. And with your help, Peng Joon, really thank you for that.
Thank you, Jorge. Hope you get well soon. Thank you. That means a lot.
And honestly, I have invested in things that are this price or much higher price, and they don't even provide half the value of this. You got the support, you got the knowledge, you got everything that you need with Legacy. All you need to do is put it in place.
Peng Joon, thanks a lot. You changed my life. For you guys, if you want to learn internet marketing, Peng Joon is a must go person. Trust me, he will change your life. All the best.
All right, and welcome back. In this next session, super crucial session, we are going to be talking about more closes as well as the action steps that you need to be taking after you leave this event if you want to be able to maximize your experience here this weekend. Okay, so real quick, I do not want you guys to miss out on this. So if you guys are back, go ahead and switch on your videos. Let me know in the chat if you guys are back. Type in the word back. I want to see like 200 backs in here because I do not want you guys to miss this next session. Okay, back. Okay. So let's go back to more closes and talk about how we can utilize these closes in our messaging to convert and close our audiences that we have built up. Okay, so now that we have covered the next one, why now? Let's move on to back to money, which is it's too expensive. Okay, so going back to another objection, I mean, the main objection of them all, I don't have the money, it's too expensive. Okay, so when it comes to too expensive, how many of you here would agree that the it's too expensive would be a very common objection as well when it comes to money? Okay, so the next close that I'm going to give you guys is it's too expensive. Would be, it's too expensive in comparison to what? Okay, so most of the time when somebody is saying it's too expensive, what we need to do is we need to give them, please write down this one word, please write down perspective. Okay, So usually when somebody says it's too expensive, we need to be able to contrast that price with something else. And that means it's in comparison to what? You know, it would be, for example, then 15,000 to get for this training, it's too expensive. Oh, Dan's reply would be, well, in comparison to what? In comparison to not getting your kid to an Ivy League school, in comparison to hiring somebody else that may or may not have a proven track record, right? In comparison to what, right? If whatever it is that you guys are thinking about, you got to create that contrast so it's relative to something else, okay? So for example, let's take a few different examples, okay? So coming back to the examples that you guys gave, okay? So if let's say I want to be able to select from this list over here, I think we've selected a few different examples. Okay, so let's say if it's a course, coming back to courses again, okay? So if somebody says, you know what, your course is too expensive, your YouTube course is too expensive, your personal development course is too expensive, your meditation course is too expensive. One of the things we need to do is to show contrast to other alternatives so that they can see that in comparison to these alternatives, okay? So an example that I am going to be giving you guys is an example of how, let me show if I can show you how I utilize it in my copy, okay? How many of you here would like to be able to see how I utilize some of these examples in my messaging, okay? So I'm going to be showing you an example of a $15,000 offer that I don't offer anymore. Basically what this offer is called Implementation Week, where for $15,000, somebody can fly into my studio and spend 4 days with my team and myself. And I want to show you how we utilize these closes as part of my offer, okay? So let me just quickly share my screen, okay? So this offer over here, we don't offer it anymore. We've already sold out on the next one, and it's also because we can't fulfill it. But basically, when borders were open, that is when I would have people flying into my studio to train with me for $15K. And if you notice the offer over here for $15,000, I would like you to notice how I utilize this specific close in. Take a look at this entire paragraph, okay? Which is basically this, okay? You're gonna notice a few different principles that I showed you in action right now, okay? How many of you here would love for me to deconstruct a proven offer so that you can model it, okay? Okay, great. So take a look at this messaging. If you did this on your own, okay, you would have to, okay, notice the contrast. First of all, hire a videographer. $2,500 to $15K. You'll have to sift through to find a decent one of which will either have to fly or drive you, or which you have to, fly over or drive them over, which will take you weeks or months to give you your final product, right? No shooting on your phone will cut it, right? So it's contrast, right? It's expensive. Yeah, $15K is a lot of money, but in comparison to what? Rent a world-class studio, $25K if available, right? Studios like this is rare and it's almost never available to the public. You have to spend outrageous amount of money, wait a couple of months or years for availability, right? Yes, $15K is expensive in comparison to what? To try not to get ripped off by a funnel builder, probably 10,000, which will probably go through 3 or 4, right? It took me 10 years and, hundreds and thousands of dollars to find a legitimate, reliable funnel builder that actually produces results. Anybody can claim to build a funnel, but we've actually proven it. And we will get you to use our same exact system and resources to get yours done, right? Yes, $15K is expensive in comparison to what? Okay. Taking weeks or months to build your webinar, not easy. You could toss together some PowerPoints and test your webinar to expensive traffic hundreds of times, or leverage our proven webinar building system to have your biggest asset done for you, okay? Or unwanted surprises, 15K or more. You already know that doing this alone is daunting, but the stress and trouble you'll face is the worst part, right? So don't do this alone. Apply to join us for our 4-day implementation week. Okay, so notice that in this one paragraph over here with these 5-6 bullet points, how many of you here realize that I utilize a lot of different closes and I'm kind of, that I showed you here in last 45 minutes or so? Okay, so notice that this example over here is a classic example of, yes, it might be expensive, but in comparison to what? In comparison to hiring your own videographer, in comparison to renting your own studio, in comparison to hiring a funnel builder, in comparison to trying to build your own webinar, in comparison to unwanted surprises. So here's what I would like you to do next. Okay, your next session, your next exercise rather, is to utilize this example over here, which is, by the way, an offer that I've constantly sold out over and over again before the lockdown happened when we marketed the implementation week live. It was just a 4-day training, and every time you open up this offer, it would always sell out. Okay, so here's what I would like you to do. Your next exercise, your next mission, should you choose to accept it, is to think about in comparison to what. Okay, I'm going to share this page over here while we do this exercise, but here's what I'd like you to do. What you're going to do is you're going to list down all of the different alternatives that a person could be doing if they didn't do it with you, and show them that contrast if they were to try to do it themselves or if they were to hire somebody else. Okay, so let me give you about another 3 minutes. I would like you to model this. Okay, how many of you would like to be able to model this example? Okay, like I said, I don't teach theory. This is an actual case study of an offer that sells out every single time before the world went on lockdown. Okay, so let me give you 3 minutes to create your very own in comparison to what example. Okay, team, could you just share this page over here? You can model this as, if you like. Try to utilize the languaging in here as well. Okay, you have my full permission to literally model me, copy me, and rip me off 100%. Okay, 3 minutes, please begin. In comparison to what?
I see this life like a swinging vine, swing my heart across the line. In my face is flashing signs, seek it out and ye shall find. Old, but I'm not that old. Young, but I'm not that bold. And I don't think the world is sold. We're just doing what we're told. I feel something so right, doing the wrong thing. I feel something so wrong, but doing the right thing. I could lie, could lie, could lie. Everything that kills me makes me feel alive. Lately I've been losing sleep, dreaming about the things that we could be. Baby, I've been praying hard. Said no more counting dollars, we'll be counting stars. We'll be counting stars more. I feel the love and I feel it burn down this river every turn. Hope is our four-letter word. Make that money, watch it burn. Old, but I'm not that old. Young, but I'm not that bold. And I don't think the world is sold. I'm just doing what we're told. I feel something so right, doing the wrong thing. I feel something dreaming about the things that we could be. Baby, I've been praying hard. Said no more counting dollars, we'll be counting stars. We'll be counting stars. Oh. Take that money and watch it burn. Sink in the river, the lessons I learned. Take that money and watch it burn. Sink in the river, the lessons I learned. Take that money and watch it burn. Sink in the river, the lessons I learned. Take that money and watch it burn. Sink in the river, the lessons I learned.
Okay, by the way, guys, let me just put the music down for a second. By the way, guys, once you guys have written out your inexpensive, it's expensive in comparison to what, okay? Please post it in the comments. I want to be able to see some examples from you guys. Okay, what are your audience's alternative solutions, and how much would they be paying if they were to either do it on their own or work with somebody else? Okay, let me give you maybe 2 more minutes to complete this exercise. I want to be able to see some examples. Okay, please resume.
Only a month we've been apart. You look happier. Saw you walk inside a bar. You said something to make you laugh. I saw that both your smiles were twice as wide as ours. Yeah, you look happier, you do. Ain't nobody hurt you like I hurt you, but ain't nobody love you like I do. Promise that I will not take it personal, baby, if you're moving on with someone new. 'Cause baby, you look happier, you do. My friend told me one day I'll feel it too. And until then I smile and hide the truth, that I know I was happier with you. Hey yeah, hey yeah, hey yeah. Hey yeah, hey yeah, hey yeah. Sat in the corner of the room. Everything's reminding me of you. Nursing an empty bottle and telling myself you're happier, aren't you? But ain't nobody hurt you like I hurt you, but ain't nobody need you like I do. I know that there's others that deserve you, but my darling, I am still in love with you. But I guess you look happier, you do. My friends told me one day I'll feel it too. I could try to smile, hide the truth, but I know I was happier with you. Hey yeah, hey yeah, hey yeah. 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 Baby, you look happier, you do. I knew one day you'd fall for someone new, but if he breaks your heart like lovers do, just know that I'll be waiting here for you. Dream so big and loud, I jumped so high, I touched the clouds. Whoa, oh, 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 oh.
All right, and begin finishing up, please. Begin finishing up. Okay, so this next close, which is expensive in comparison to what? The next thing we're going to do is we're going to get some practice so you can see how the application of this is done. Next person that we have up is Halima Mohammed. Welcome, Halima. Let's start off with what is the offer that you would like to sell and at what price point? You'll need to unmute your mic. I think my team is unmuting you right now. They might have already done that.
I'm trying to advertise a product that's on ClickBank. It's a making money online offer. For the last one, I think I kind of like struggled in order to compare it to something that worked. I feel like the other two suited my offer the best, but I'm willing to share the first two because I don't think the last one I did kind of like the additional bonuses that I was going to give them if they used my link, which was it was going to take them a lot of time in order to find top designers for them to.
Okay, so Halima, can we pause 1 second? Could you walk us through a little bit about the specifics about the product that you want to promote other than just make money online? Specifically, what segment of make money online and what price point is it?
Oh, yeah. It's Commission Hero. It's affiliate marketing program and it's $997.
Okay, so it's an affiliate marketing course at $997 and you want to be able to utilize this source. Okay, great. So how would that sound like? So if right now we are reading that article or watching that video or receiving that email right now, if you were to utilize this close, how would that sound like?
All right. Can I do the first two that
Sure.
I did? All right. What are you willing to do in order to escape your 9-to-5 job? How much would it be worth making the change from lacking a sleep due to making money while asleep? To set you free forever and spend most time with the loved ones. Do you think if you could have figured it out on your own, you would have already been financially free? You have two options. Either you can invest $997 now and have a proven system that can work immediately and set your life free, or stay in the same place with fear and worry of the future. Money is just a renewable resource, but time is something you will never get back. So my question to you is, if not now, when? And if you said yes, imagine what could happen for you and your loved ones. And then I also had the follow-up one for the last one, which I don't think I'm going to be using it or working in order to kind of like fix it through, which is if you did this on your own, you would have to go through a lot of people in order to find top designer for your Facebook ad illustrator. The second one is it would have to take you a lot of time to find a proven product from ClickBank with a lookalike audience to target that could work fast. And the third one is it would also take you hours to construct a solid 5-day email consequences to follow up with your customers, and taking weeks or months to get a copy that works, which is bonuses that I will provide for them besides the other thing that they will be getting.
Okay, great attempt. Okay, so one thing that we want to be able to do. Okay, so Halima, let's talk about polishing it, right? Like I always say, every attempt is a great attempt. As long as you guys are willing to practice, that's how I can actually help you guys. Okay, so let's talk about how can we improve the messaging over here. Okay, so because this is a business opportunity and it's a make money online offer, one thing that I want to be able to do is to show them utilizing like statistics again and utilizing logic. It's very important. So like I talk about, it's having that balance between micro and macro. Now, over here, there's a lot of micro. What is micro? It's basically to make money online, generate commissions, right? Live your dream, spend time with loved ones, family, friends. Okay, but we also want to be able to utilize numbers and stats and logic so that we are now appealing to not just emotion, but also logic. Guys, I would like all of you write down emotion plus logic. In all of our closes, we got to be able to cater to people that is making decisions based on emotion, but also the left brain, which is the analytical mind, where people are making decisions based on logic. So in order to have that balance, over here, there's a lot of words that is emotion-based, okay? To be able to generate passive income, to be able to spend time with family, loved ones. But now we need to have that balance of logic as well, okay? So it would be, okay, coming from that angle of, so logically, if you were to do this on your own, what are the odds of succeeding by trying to figure things out on your own? Now, you and I know this. You and I know that when somebody starts a business, it is said that over 90% of businesses fail within the first 3 years. What if I told you that being an affiliate marketer is the same exact thing? There's a lot of people out there that's trying to figure things out on their own. And after a year, 3 years, 5 years, they're still trying to figure things out on their own, right? Yes, $997 might seem like it's a significant investment. But my answer to you to that is in comparison to what? In comparison to trying to figure things out on your own, right? So now it's like I'm appealing to not just emotion, but logic as well. Like logically, if you try to do this on your own based on numbers and stats. Okay, so what I would like you guys to think about is also, the same feedback that I gave Dan earlier is, can you incorporate numbers or stats that appeals to the logical side of things, right? So not just emotion, but logic. Okay. Halima, great attempt. So you know what this means. I think by now we've already established that success favors the people who take action. Okay. So because of that, you are in the running to get yourself a really nice meal, $100 sent to your PayPal account, but only if you get this purple yellow crown, okay? And what you want to do is to really focus. Odds are looking really bad for you right now, unfortunately. Oh, wait a second. You did win this. Guys, let's all send Halima a huge round of virtual applause for stepping up and for this attempt. Well done. Okay, so, okay, guys, so how many of you here feel that you will be able to utilize the expensive, but in comparison to what close? Okay. Okay, great. So pick the ones that you feel is relevant to you, your market, your personality style, because it's not one size fits all. Okay. So this is expensive in comparison to what? Okay. Next one is, so most of the time, people are always talking about how much it costs to take action. Okay, right up to this point right now, we've been utilizing a lot of different closes to convert our audience by talking about the result or the payoff, right? The cost of action, the payoff or the outcome if they manage to do it. But what many marketers fail to utilize is this next close, which is not just what it costs to take action, but what is costing them if they didn't take any action. So it's not just what would happen if you did say yes, but a much more powerful close would be what would happen if you didn't say yes. Okay. So please write down the cost of inaction. Okay, not just what would happen if you did say yes, but what would happen if you didn't say yes? What is the cost of inaction? What do you think is holding back your audience? And what is it costing them in life if they did not take action? So not just what would happen if they did say yes, but what would happen if they didn't say yes? Now, imagine this, okay? So remember, we talked about how you can get your audience to close themselves. How can you get your audience to close themselves? By asking them a question. Okay, so imagine if I ask this question on a sales video, on an email, on an ad. What would this say? What would it sound like? It would be, guys, listen to this carefully, okay? Or write it down. It would be, so logically, if you didn't take action today, What do you think is the most probable outcome? And then you pause. You kind of let that sink in for a second. And then if this is a live event, okay, imagine this could be a live, this could be recorded, this could be a sales video, this could be an email, this could be an ad. But since we're in a live setting right now, let me ask you guys this question. Guys, if let's say you left this event and you continued doing what it is that you've been doing all this while with your old ways, your old habits, what do you think is the most probable thing that's going to happen in your life? Guys, let me know in the comments below. Okay. So then you pause and you let them answer. Guys, let me know in the chat right now. Okay. So it would be like more of the same, nothing, same results. Muppets will attack us, right? Status quo, right? Procrastination, right? I'll still be working a dumbass job, right? Exactly the same. Which, by the way, that's right. Right? So what am I doing again? Guys, sidebar 1 second. What am I doing? I'm not saying anything. I'm merely agreeing with what you're saying. All I'm saying is you're right. Right? So you guys are closing yourself. I'm just saying you're right. Right? I'm just reading all the comments in here. So here's what you need to be doing. You need to allow your audience to close themselves. So you ask a question. So what's going to be the most probable thing that will happen? And then I can say, you're right. You know, I'm not arguing with you. You're right. In fact, if anything at all, that's what Einstein says, right? What does Einstein say? Einstein says that that's the whole definition of insanity. What's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. Which, by the way, is fine if you're happy with your current result. The question is, are you happy with your current result? And if the answer is no, then let's do something different. Right? What would happen if you don't say yes? Right? So now you're putting the power on them. And you're letting them say, look, if you're happy with your current result, then by all means, continue doing the same thing you've always been doing. Now, let me show. So imagine this, right? If somebody is reading that email, if they've opted in, if they're attending that webinar, if they're watching that sales video, ultimately, there's a reason why they opted in, or they're watching a sales video, or they're reading a sales page, or reading an email. Because obviously, there is something in their life that they want to change. If not, they wouldn't have opted in, or follow you, or watch that video, or read your email to begin with. Right? How many of you would agree? Right? There's a reason why they're consuming your content right now, because there's obviously something that they want to change. Right? So what you want to be able to do is get them to see the cost of inaction, not just the cost of action, but what would happen if they didn't say yes. Right? What is that cost of inaction to them? So here's what we're going to do next. How many of you here feel you would be able to utilize this close, this angle in your conversion, in your presentation, in your ads, in your email? How many of you will be able to utilize this? Okay, so let's go with this next close. Let me give you another 2.5 minutes. Please go ahead and create your script, which is what would happen if you didn't say yes? What is the cost of inaction? Okay, please begin.
Everybody was kung fu fighting. Those kids were fast as lightning. In fact, it was a little bit frightening, but they fought with expert timing. There were funky Chinamen from funky Chinatown. They were chopping them up, they were chopping them down. It's an ancient Chinese art, and everybody knew their part. From a fainting to a step, and a kicking from the hip. Everybody was kung fu fighting. Those kids were fast as lightning.
Okay, and begin finishing up. Begin finishing up. Okay, so how many of you here now have the the cost of inaction close, that script written out. Okay, how many of you here feel that you'll be able to utilize this close in your messaging? Okay, one of these closes. Okay, so what we need to do to kind of link everything together, okay, is finally something that we talked about on day one, is in these closes, after we utilize the closes, we need to have a call to action. Okay, so once we have these different closes, so whether it's on email, whether it's on a Facebook ad, whether it is a follow-up sequence, whether it's a YouTube video, whenever we close, at the end of the close, we can't just leave it hanging, and we need to tell them what to do, even though it sounds obvious, but most people don't know what to do. You got to tell them what to do. Okay, so this applies in all platforms, right? If this was a live event, I would get people to stand up and go to the back room. If this was a webinar, I would tell people to open a new tab, go to websitename.com/checkout, right? If this was a sales video, I'll ask them to click on the link below to click on add to cart. If this was a YouTube video, I will ask them to click on the link in the description box, right? So every time you close, you got to be able to tell your audience what to do and give them direction. Okay, please write down direction, even though it seems like it's the obvious thing to do. Okay, have a call to action. So what you need to do is to do what it is that I showed you on day one, which is to link the call to action with benefit. Okay, please write it down right now. To link call to action with benefit. Okay, so let me ask you this question. So yesterday, for example, when I talked about the application process, right? What was the benefit associated to scheduling your call now? What was the outcome? Anybody remember? Let me know in the comments. Right? What was the call to action or benefit that was associated to the call to action? Like, why should I get on the call? What was it? Okay, bonuses, but not really. That was like urgency, right? That's right. To discover if we are a good fit for both of us to work together, right? To see where you're at, to see where you want to be able to see if I can help you get there faster. That's the benefit associated to the call to action, right? How many of you remember me saying that? Probably about twice. How many of you remember me saying that? Okay. So what you need to do is you need to think about what is your benefit associated to your call to action. So it would be, if let's say this is an email, benefit would be, so if you're ready to start changing the quality of your life, all you got to do is click on this link below, right? If you are ready to start taking the supplements that made all the difference in my journey of health and wellness, to be able to give me that mental clarity again, all you got to do is click on this link below and head over to checkout, right? If you're selling a course, if this is a webinar, what's the call to action, right? It will be, if you're ready to start your journey when it comes to creating YouTube videos that is viral, that is engaging, that you're proud of, then all you got to do is open a new tab that says websitelink.com/checkout, right? Associate the call to action with benefit. What is the benefit associated to the call to action? Okay, let me just write this down for a second. Okay. What is the benefit associated to call to action? Okay. If you are ready to begin significantly decreasing the cost of your Facebook ads, then click on this link to schedule a call to see if we are a good fit to work with each other, right? If you are ready to start getting flawless skin, like how the Korean celebrities do it, then all you got to do is click on this link in the YouTube box description below, right? What is the benefit associated to call to action? Again, what is the average amateur way to do it? The average amateur way to do things would be, for more information, please click on the link below, right? Boo, nobody wants that. Nobody wants more information. Nobody wants to learn more. Think about what is the call to action, but the benefit associated to it. Okay, so what is the call to action? Is it to click on link in YouTube description? Is it to open a new page and check out? Is it to apply, right? But much more than that, what is the benefit associated? Okay, now this is the difference between average marketers and the ones who change the game, right? Game changers. So let me give you 2 minutes to write up a brief script, because after this, we are going to be connecting our entire script together, okay, so that it all makes sense. How many of you here would love to be able to connect your entire script and all the closes that I give you all together? Okay, great. So let me give you 2.5 minutes now. Go ahead and create your call to action, but associate a benefit to your call to action. Okay, you have 2 minutes. Please begin. Can I have the music down one sec? Okay, so real quick one, Caleb Garden asked a question. Should we start the call to action with if you want to? Okay, remember, this is not rigid. This depends really on your market and the messaging. So it could be if you are serious, if you are ready, if you would like to discover, if you want to, right? So it really just depends on your market, right? And you can adjust your languaging depending on your industry and the people that you serve. Okay, so just want to clarify that. Okay, please continue.
Feeling my way through the darkness, guided by a beating heart. I can't tell where the journey will end, but I know where to start. They tell me I'm too young to understand. They say I'm caught up in a dream. Well, life will pass me by if I don't open up my eyes. So that's fine by me. So wake me up when it's all over, when I'm wiser and I'm older. All this time I was finding myself and I didn't know I was lost. So wake me up when it's all over, when I'm wiser and I'm older. All this time I was finding myself and I didn't know I was lost. I tried carrying the weight of the world, but I only have 2 hands. wish that I could stay forever this young. Not afraid to close my eyes. Life's a game made for everyone, and love is a prize. So wake me up when it's all over, when I'm wiser and I'm older. All this time I was finding myself, and I didn't know I was lost. So wake me up when it's all over, when I'm wiser and I'm older. All this time I was finding myself, and I didn't know I was lost. Didn't know I was lost. Didn't know I was lost. I didn't know I was lost. Didn't know.
All right, and begin finishing up, please. Begin finishing up. Okay, so now that we have the call to action and associated a benefit to the call to action, the final step of this entire thing, your task, is now to link everything together, not by using all of the closes. We could keep, go all weekend talking about dozens of different closes, but it's not about utilizing all of them. It's about picking the ones that you feel resonate most with you, who you are, your personality type, your market, the people that you're talking to, okay? So you don't have to be utilizing all of them. It's about just figuring out how do you piece them together so that they're in one congruent conversation, okay? So this is what you are going to practice, okay? What you're going to be practicing is you're going to practice how do you transition to the close all the way to the call to action, okay? So here's what you're going to be doing. What you're going to do is you're first going to introduce what it is that you're selling, so your offer and your price, okay? So assume that right up to this point, you've already explained what that product is, what that offer is, what that software is, what that program is, what the training is, as well as the price. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to practice saying, so the investment for property income intensive is $2,000. Then now what you're going to do is, so offer and price. And what you're going to do is you're going to pick and select the ones that you feel resonate with you all the way to the call to action. Okay, so you're going to practice this. I'm going to put you in groups, okay? And what you're going to be doing, right? How many of you would agree that based on the exercise that you did yesterday, or same thing over here, just because you practiced it under fire, feeling that pressure in front of a bunch of random strangers, how many of you realize that after doing the exercise, even though it might be awkward or scary, it allowed you to get out of your comfort zone, right? Show of hands. Okay. So what I would like you to do is this, okay? First of all, how good or bad this exercise is going to be is really going to be based on how you show up, okay? I would like all of you to write this next sentence down. Please write down, if it's to be, it's up to me, right? If it's to be, it's up to you. This exercise could be awkward or weird if you decide that that's how you want to show up. Or This exercise could be fun, even though it was awkward for you, if you decide you want it to be fun, right? If it's to be, it's up to you. So understand that, again, okay, what's going to happen is in a moment, I'm going to put you into groups of 5, okay? And you guys are going to have 3 minutes each. Same thing here. Why 3 minutes? It is because if I can help you to get concise with your messaging, because in the online world, a lot of people who don't know who you are, they are going to be a lot more impatient with you. And it is going to be way easier for you to fail in a safe space than to fail outside, right? How many of you would agree that it's a lot less scary to fail in a safe spot than to fail outside? Show of hands. Okay. So here's what I want you to learn from yesterday's session, which is basically give yourself permission to suck. Okay, let's face it. So yesterday's session, if that was the first time you ever did it, chances are it was weird, it was a little bit awkward. And if you're first time practicing it, let's face it, you probably sucked. Okay. But I want you to understand that sucking is part of the entire journey. Because guess what? The second time you do it, you are going to suck a little bit less. The third time you do it, you're going to suck a little bit less. And I can't tell you what number it would be for you because everybody is different. But there's going to be a point in time where you're going to realize that you suck so little that you realize, hey, I think I got pretty good at this. For some of you, it could be attempt number 7. Some of you could be attempt number 36. Some of you, it could be attempt 431. Okay? But understand that as long as you're willing to practice, each time you do so, you will suck a little bit less. The only question is, are you willing to be bad at something in order to be good at it? Some people never achieve mastery because the moment they do something for the first time, they say, oh, you know what? It was bad, and therefore it's not for me. And then they quit. And unfortunately, that is what happens for most people. Okay. How many of you here are willing to have some fun this session, right? And just, not to judge yourself. How many of you are willing to do that? Okay. So here's what I'd like you to do. Okay. If you want to participate in this exercise and make the most out of this, right? Notice when your partners are presenting this time as well, try to notice the languaging that they're utilizing. Because sometimes by modeling, you might get some good ideas, add that to your script as well, okay? And if you want to really make the most out of this, switch on your cameras, your mic, and really participate because you don't get a lot of opportunities practicing in an environment like this, okay? In an environment where you have people who want to be able to accomplish the same things as you, who are supportive of you, okay? So here's what's going to happen. You're going to get 3 minutes each. Please time yourself, okay? And you guys, when you guys come back, I'm going to talk about the step-by-step game plan that you guys need to be doing after you leave this event to really maximize your experience here. Okay, so 3 minutes each. Go ahead and accept this invite. My team is going to move you into groups right now. I'll see you guys back here in about 15 minutes. Go ahead.
Hello. Hi. How are you doing? James, right?
Yeah. I'm writing the script right now, so anyone want to go first?
Yeah, I don't mind. Actually, in my thing, nothing is really merged up together, but I'll try do my best to connect everything.
Just share with each other. Yeah.
All right. So, oh, there's a new guy. Hey, Luis.
Hi, everyone.
We can't hear you, by the way. You're on mute.
Okay. Hello, guys.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
All right.
Very excited.
Yeah. Let's make our best. So I'll try. I tried to put something together while June was talking. So I'll try first and see how it goes. So my thing is an app. We have a startup called Aspire, and it's built for personal trainers, mostly with their clients. It's meant for more engagement, more accountability, as we talked about even yesterday. And this is, let's make it like more of a disciplinary framework to get results for personal clients. All right, so I'll start. Aspire is a personal training platform exclusive for personal trainers and their clients, providing every fitness professional the tools to create their own unique environment. What if Aspire gave you a way to manage your clients and stay connected outside of your personal session time? What if Aspire, I gave like three ways. What if Aspire helped you engage better, would make clients more accountable on their actions? And what if Aspire gave you the way to connect with potential clients to suit your knowledge and specialty? It's an all-one system that will help you overcome your business obstacles and let you focus on what truly matters as a professional, the clients. All right, that's what I wrote on the computer about the time thing. Sorry. You can keep training your clients the same way, earning the same income and spending the same energy based on your moods, your clients' moods, and the daily basic. Or you can have this opportunity to earn more money with less energy while giving your clients more value for their time. Try to include, all right, no, sorry, that's the statistics thing. Our goal is making a trainer understand that his time is way more valuable than his money. If you could figure out on your way how to do that, like spending less energy and more money, you would have done it by now. Me personally, as a personal trainer, I found out that we spend a lot of energy. And the more clients we have, the more energy we have. And, you know, there is a limit to every how many clients you can get to with your own energy and when it's consuming your own time. So Aspire is about subscriptioning after 30 days of the free trial to be with your clients and see the value of our platform. You get to subscribe for $10. And for me, like when you said about comparing it to, logically statistics or anything to see if it's expensive. In my country, a single private session costs about $40. So if I'm saying like, okay, like the statistics is about 20 sessions per week. So you can say 20 per plus, the multiply by 40 and I'm just subscribing for $20. It should be like money and value is no issue once they see the value after a month. So that's my takeaway for now.
Great.
Thank you.
Hey.
Good job.
Yeah, nice, good.
If you have any, suggestions, during afterwards, I'll gladly hear you out, see how everything is connected. Like I didn't connect it that much, so I know it might be hard for you to connect it in your head, but I'll gladly hear some advices or whatever. All right, who's next?
Ken, do you want next, Ken?
All right. My offer is all about driving traffic or let's say Facebook ads. And the investment is around 1,500 for the course and for a weekly training. So, wait. I have so many.
Yeah. We didn't get time to,
Right.
I also have a lot of notes here. Just write it down, but a lot of things that I have to put together.
Okay, so I'll just start for the offer and the price. So the investment for this training, the 10x Ads Blueprint is around is $1,500, and wait, And then I go to the objections. And if you did this on your own, you'll have to hire someone to create your ads for you, and it will cost you around $1,000 to $5,000, and it will cost you more, and it's really hard to find who is an expert in Facebook ads in driving traffic, and some only know ads but they don't deliver a good result. And also, if you did this on your own, you have to hire someone to also the chatbot about the sales process and the which is chatbots. Some chatbots, and it will cost you around $5,000 to $25,000, or let's say $1,000, $3,000. And some chatbots, or some chatbots who are creating chatbots are not really converting. And those who set up chatbots are not really marketers, right? And also, it will take you weeks, months, or years to build your own sales process. And that's not really easy. So you could spend a lot of money figuring out what's the best and what's converting sales process to get more sales on your products or services, right? And also you have unwanted surprises and expenses, and it will cost you around $5,000 or more dollars. So you already know that this is daunting and stressful, right? And that's it. And if you like to, or if you're serious to target the right customers, then extra business or your sales, and avoid spending a lot of money, you need to click the link below. Right?
Well, I want to ask you, I would love to ask you about what's your specialty? When you're I want to know now, I understood what's it going to cost me if I'll go around between, I don't know, take somebody else or try chatbots, like you said, everything is going to be much more expensive than what you're offering. I just want to know what's you're giving me a way to make me learn about Facebook ads?
Yes.
All right.
My course is all about to do Facebook ads. At the same time, you have your own sales process, which is the chatbots. So you're
all right. So you're doing that. So it means you're giving me a webinar kind of a thing, like a course.
Yeah, it's a course.
Okay. And how long have you done it? I would love to hear more in that landing page about what you're, a little bit about yourself too. What's specializing you from other people, some results maybe that you've done.
So I've been coaching people here locally in our country, and they have produced their own first 6-figure and 7-figure income. And I've done a lot, and also my result for my own business. So I've done the Facebook ads and chatbots. I've been teaching them their own and giving them the result they want. So I created the course, which is the Facebook ads, to help them and do them by themselves to produce the result they want.
Exactly. That's all I needed to know. That thing, just that little info, if it was at the beginning, I'm sure you're going to do that, when we actually write the landing page. But if I knew that, yeah, of course. If I knew that at the beginning, I would have been a lot more persuaded, you can say. I know who you are, I know what you got from your clients, and the problem you're gonna solve, how much it's gonna cost me, of course, if I'm not gonna go with you, and then come with me, and I'm going.
Thank you so much, Nor.
Of course.
All right. So.
All right. Who's next?
Who's next? James, I guess.
Okay. So my offer is an online education program for kids. Okay, so it's just $388. Okay, so my script will be like, okay, so if you figure out on your own on how to help your children to get a better result, how much will you think you need to spend? So right now, either you can choose to get a proven education program that help to save your time and money and help your kids to get a better academic results. Or another way is you can spend a lot of money on buying a lot of reference books, sending your kids to attend a lot of tuitions and hoping that your kids will get a good academic result one day. So either way, you're still going to pay. So if you are ready to get your kids to get a better future, all you've got to do is click the link below and register on it. So,
all right. What about, you said how much, like statistically, let's just say, like how much, you're talking about what age of kids?
Oh, it's from standard 1 to, from primary school to secondary school. Yeah.
All right, cool. And what's your, let's say, path or experience?
Oh, probably this is just like a reference, like a program for reference. It's like an online reference book like that for them to, yeah, but no teacher, like no teacher like that. Just can, it's like a system like that for them.
All right, so is it a book or you're gonna like actually do a course about it?
It's a program that can, you know, you can answer it, you can, yeah, you can study on it, just like that.
Nice. All right. So basically, you're saying it's a program online that do the parents see it and then implicate it on the kids, or do the kids see it and then they do it like what on their education?
Maybe like there is like some features like auto marking, maybe like auto marking, or maybe they have like the program will say like you are doing a great job when you answer correctly, like giving them motivation to study, and then
Oh, it actually exercises. I see.
yeah, exercise them, and then also giving them maybe a guideline on how to write an essay, on how to, yeah, all the basic stuff they need to learn. Yeah.
That's good. So $320, and you have maybe, I don't know, some numbers.
1 year. It's a 1 year, can use for 1 year, and then need to renew. Yeah.
Is it more like a one-time because they only need it for 1 year, or you have like?
No, because they need to renew every year. Like that. Yeah.
All right.
But they can, yeah, they can choose to renew or not.
But you can say that maybe after every renew, there is like a different program because it's like second grade.
Yeah, they will from, let's say, from primary school cross to secondary school, they will get a new learning, new program.
New program.
Subject like that, yeah, new subject.
Nice. Oh, that's cool. It's cool. I would like for me, if I was gonna think about it for my kids or something, I would like to understand more about, let's say, how much it's gonna cost me other books or stuff. Like just say, like Ken said, like it's gonna cost me more, like 1,000 more with this guy. There's bots that are not really marketers, and I know people that actually asking a lot about get me a bot from that thing or get me a thing from that guy. So for you, it's like the same. If you say like it's gonna cost you that much for program with bot with I don't know, personal teachers, that will cost you like that and like that, or books that's gonna cost you more at home. So you can get the comparison, and they say, oh, all right, let's try that thing because it's going to be a good thing. Maybe for 3 months first, you know, like a trial for 3 months for, I don't know, $50. And then from there, if they like it and they see the progress, because you're like giving them a summary every, I don't know, week or every month, then they'll see the progress that the kid made.
See, it's great. Thank you.
You're welcome, of course. Luis.
Okay, guys, let's try. Let's do it. So you know that making money it's not easy, but making money online it's possible, you know. And I know that $500 is a lot of money for some people, but what if all this was giving you a passive and a compound and recurrent money? Would that be worth it? So guys, I know that time it's more valuable than money, right? So this is very important because in traditional way, when we have a job or we make money, we only make money in this way. But with online money, we can make money in this way. So we can utilize our time to make more money. So anyway, you can do it by yourself. You can go and study and try to figure it out by yourself, or you can hire somebody else, right? But either way, you will still pay, and you will have to pay for the money, other people's time. Anyway, you will have to pay. So I want you to take this time and to subscribe to this button here. Okay.
So it's a course like that you're teaching for.
It's a membership. It's a membership. I don't know if you know this program. It's called Hotmart.
All right.
It's,
I know.
It's a very good program because they have all the system and they have all the resources, and everything is almost ready. It's only $500, but you can get 80% of commission from this.
You already got me interested, so it's really cool.
Okay.
Nice.
Good.
So
Okay.
you're talking about making more money online, which is one of the things that why I signed up for the ABC thing, because I wanted to check also the affiliates and everything. But
Okay.
Pong just kind of
And it's actually very good for you or for you guys, because if you have a product, you can sell it there, you know, and all of us affiliates, we can make our effort to sell your product, you know.
Nice.
So it's a very good idea. It's I will send you the link, guys, if you want.
Let me. Yeah.
Okay. This is I'm just starting. I just started like last month, but
Well, if you start seeing results, because I'm waiting, you know, on the same stuff right now, just checking it around.
I have sent you my
Instagram?
Instagram account. Yeah, if
Good.
you want, we can
Yeah, I
talk
took it.
there, guys. And anyway, let's continue our path to succeed.
By the way, just when you started talking, I saw the message about the 3 minutes. So I guess we're like exactly on time. So that's
Yeah, I
good.
also was like, oh, I have to run a little bit, but
So you just started it last month, by the way?
yeah, this month actually.
And how
Actually,
you...
I bought it on the 31, the 31 of the April, because you know they have this they say no, the price is going to get higher and stuff. So oh, now I have to buy. So
I'm the same.
But yeah, but so far it's very good. I mean, I know the people that are doing really good. You know, only selling those products that are affiliate products. You know, because you can sell the membership that is $500. Of course, it's expensive, but you can sell all of these other courses that is $50, $40, and yeah, they have good training and stuff.
All right. I hope you're going to see results like in the next 2 months, even like today or the next 2 months. I want to hear about it.
Yeah, next month. Next month is the idea.
Yeah. All right. So thanks everybody.
Yeah,
I'll see you back there.
Good luck. Good luck.
Yeah, it's good
for everyone. Okay. Bye bye.
All right, and welcome back. So, what did you guys learn here during this second time around? Okay, was it good, bad, weird, awkward? How many of you here had fun early on? Right? How many of you here felt like, man, that was crazy long, right? Took forever, right? So whether you have fun or whether it was weird or awkward really just comes down to how you look at this, right? If you feel that you allow yourself to have some fun, then it will be a fun event, right? If you felt like, you know what, this is not me, it was crazy, it was, you know, weird, awkward, then of course you will feel weird and awkward, right? But if you can allow yourself to just be less critical of yourself and remove that judgment that you have on yourself, that is when you realize that you can actually turn practice into something that is actually fun. Now, for those of you said, you know, how many of you truly found that that was actually helpful for you? It gave you like insight and clarity, right? It's very different when you actually practice it. This is one of the reasons why every single week, my mentees, the people that is in legacy, every single week, that's what I make them do. This is not so every time I teach something, they go actually do it. I teach something, they actually go do it. And that is what I'm hoping for each and every one of you. You know, whether you train with me, whether you do it yourself, I hope that you can find yourself that safe space to practice and feel, because that's what's required if you want to get good at this. Okay, so now that we have talked about the different closes, the next thing, the probably the most important segment that we are going to end with is the action steps, right? What do you need to be doing after you leave this event if you really want to make the most out of this? How many of you here would like to be able to see what the steps are if you want to be able to be great at this, right? Okay, great. So I'm going to walk you through what the 5 steps are. These are the same 5 steps that I teach at one of my signature events. This is called the Game Changer Intensive. And I want to be able to walk you through what these 5 steps are so that when you leave this event, you will have clarity on what it is that you need to be doing. Okay, so one of the feedback that I get every time I offer you know, something like legacy mentoring, I understand, first of all, it's not for everybody. For those of you that is, you know, that applied, if my team have not scheduled you in yet, know that, you know, first of all, we got a lot of different applications. Please be patient. They will get back to you if you are a good fit to schedule a call. Okay, so at the same time, I understand that that price point may not be applicable for everybody because, first of all, it is a high-level event. It's a 1-year commitment. And I want to be able to walk you through how, what the second next best option would be. Now, this would be my signature event called the Game Changer Intensive. This is something that I've done, you know, in live events before the world went on lockdown. I did it in more than 20 countries all over the world. Now, obviously, because we're on lockdown right now, I brought it virtually. Now, whether you're going to decide to continue working with me after this event is over, or whether you're going to do it yourself, these would be the 5 steps. And with your permission, can I reveal to you how these 5 steps work so that you can decide if you want to continue working with us or if you want to do it together? Would that be okay? Right, type in yes if that's cool. Right, type in yes if that's cool. Okay, so, okay, cool. So let me walk you through what the 5 steps are, how Game Changer Intensive works, so they can decide if you want to do it yourself or work together with us. Okay, so when you come to Game Changer Intensive, the first thing that I tell people is you got to be able to do is you got to be able to identify, please write this down, okay? Identify big idea, okay? Number 1, the first thing you got to do in every single market is to identify what is that big idea for you. You see, a lot of marketers say the first step is, oh, you got to identify your niche. Now, identifying your niche is not enough. It's not about like going to what market, but what's the big idea? Now, what does it mean by to be a part of, to be able to identify that big idea? It's basically this, okay? How many of you here have read this book or heard of this book called The 4-Hour Work Week by Timothy Ferriss? Anyone here have heard of this book, right? So best-selling book for many years. And if you ever read this book, you'll realize that this book is about this one main concept. What is that concept? It's about outsourcing. It's about hiring people that live in a third world or developing country and paying them like $5 an hour and outsourcing stuff. Now, outsourcing on its own is not a new concept. If this product was called Outsourcing Secrets with the same exact content, this product would not sell well, right? However, because of the idea, what is the idea? It's a 4-hour work week. And because it's new, it's fresh, and it's exciting, and it comes from a different angle, that is what made the product great, right? Same thing for a product like Rich Dad, Poor Dad, right? Robert Kiyosaki. What is the book all about? The book is all about not working for money, but having money work for you, about generating passive income, right? However, if that book or that product was called Passive Income Secrets with the same exact content, that product would not sell well because the idea, please write this next sentence down. The idea is too primitive for a matured marketplace. The idea is too primitive for a matured marketplace. Now, what does this mean? It means that if something fails initially, it's not because the funnel sucks. It's not because of the ad targeting. It's not because of the copy, but the idea itself. It all begins with that idea. Is that idea, please write down, is it new? Is it fresh? Is it exciting? Even though it could be the same thing, you want to be able to package it in a way that makes it new or fresh. Okay, so the first thing that you will be doing, and we will be doing together at the Game Changer Intensive, is to really help you identify what is that big idea for you in that marketplace. Okay, once you have clarity on this first step, that idea, that is where we'll move on to step number 2. Okay, so this is where if you have an existing business, I will show you how you can find that big idea in your existing business. And if you don't have a business, I'll show you how you can get started with one by identifying what is your big idea. Then that brings us to step number 2. Okay, when you come to Game Changer Interview, the second thing that we are going to be doing is, please write down publish sales funnels. Okay, we're going to build your sales funnel. And over here at this event, we only managed to cover the lead funnel, which is the basics of generating leads and selling. Now, obviously, there are a lot of different funnels out there. There are the webinar funnel, there is the high ticket funnel, there's the challenge funnel. And which funnel you pick is going to be highly dependent on the market that you are in. Okay, so we've already established the importance of a funnel. The way to take things further now is to be able to customize which funnel works best for you. So if you want to be able to sell high ticket, chances are it's an application funnel. If you want to be able to do a challenge, obviously challenge funnel. If you want to do online presentations, it will be a webinar funnel. So we're going to talk about the different funnels that applies. And this is where I'm going to be giving you my proven funnels so that you can literally just model and utilize and deploy. Which, by the way, notice my languaging, right? So I'm going to give you the funnels so that you can publish them without being, a programmer, designer, or coder, so that you now are able to market and sell your own offers, which brings us to step number 3. Once you have built up your funnels and you have decided which one to go with, whether it's your free plus shipping funnel, whether it's your webinar funnel, what's your high ticket funnel, whether it's a challenge funnel, the next thing that we need to do is, that brings us to number 3. We need to understand how to promote our product. Okay, please write down product promotion. The third thing that we will be doing together at the Game Changer Intensive is to really think about what that product is. And over here, you have 2 options. Okay, everybody do this. Everybody do this. Okay, 2 options. So what are your 2 options over here? Your first option is creating your own product, selling your own product, and keeping 100% of it all. Okay. Your second option is affiliate marketing, is to integrate affiliate marketing to what it is that you do. to be able to learn how to sell it well. So this is where we're going to take things to the next level and really show you how do you craft that entire pitch, right from the open to what do you teach to creating that offer stack all the way to the closes. Okay, so now it's not just about creating your own product, program, service, done for you, consulting, mastermind, whatever product it might be, because all of you are in different markets. This will apply for you if you want to be able to build your downline network marketing. This will apply to you if you are in real estate and you want to sell more properties. This will apply for you if you are an insurance agent and you want to sell more insurance plans. This could be for you if you're a course creator and you sell more of your courses, you're training your products. But ultimately, it's not about creating it, but it's also about how do you sell it? How do you sell it in a way that is non-salesy, non-pushy, and non-manipulative, right? How many of you here really enjoyed the different closes here, just today alone, right? How many of you know that if we had more time to really go deep into the entire process, the entire pitch, it will help you really skyrocket your conversions to a whole new level, right? So thank you. So that would be step number 4. How do you promote and sell that product, program, or service well? That brings us to number 4, okay? Number 4 is once you understand how to promote and sell and create that pitch, whether it's a sales video, whether it's a sales letter, whether it's a webinar, that brings us to number 4, which is traffic, okay? So traffic has got 2 main parts that we talked about. So over here, we covered a glimpse of free traffic, okay? But in order for traffic to work, one of the things that I mentioned is what? You need to have a sales funnel, okay? So now that you've established which sales funnel to build, that is when we are ready for the second type of traffic. Please write down ads, okay? So free traffic to build a following is long-term, organic, free. Paid is short-term. And the whole goal here is about building a system. Everybody write down the word system. Write down the word system, okay? The whole purpose is to build a system that allows you to put $1 into your funnel, whether it's a lead funnel, whether it's free plus shipping, whether it's a webinar funnel, whether it's a high-ticket funnel, so that you can pay Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Google, put $1 in and get back $2 out on the other side. Okay, so this would be ads, right? Paid ads. This is where we're going to be talking about how do you target, how do you retarget your messaging, how do you track, how do you scale the campaigns. Okay, that's ads. And finally, number 5. Number 5 is the end game. It is the thing that I'm constantly focused on. And number 5 is the word automate. Okay, this is the end game. What is the end game? It is, please write down, it is removing myself from the business. Okay, please write down, remove myself from the business. So how do you remove yourself from the business? Please write down systems and process. You see, whenever I get a sale notification, it doesn't stress me out. I'm not going into my inbox, all these sales notifications in here. I'm not going into my inbox going, team, we just received a sale from Surin, and these are, the order shipping number is A513642. This is the phone number, right? Why? And you'll notice that all these emails, they're not even open, right? Why? Because there's a process, there's a system, there's a delivery mechanism. Please write that down. There's a delivery mechanism. So from the time a person lands to my page to the time they buy, I don't have to open up the emails. It doesn't stress me out. Why? Because there's systems and processes in place. There's a system and process for building pages. There's a system and process for running ads. There's a system and process for funnels. How many of you here would love to be able to get my systems and processes in order to automate and streamline your business? Okay, so this is what automation is all about, right? To remove yourself from the business. And the best way to do that is through systems and processes. Okay, so ultimately, what are you going to get? So here's how it works. Okay, this is what marketers call the stack. Okay, so here's what you're going to get. Okay, number 1 is basically this event is happening. Let me take a look at my calendar again. I'm going to give you the exact time. Okay. It is happening next month in May from the 21st to 23rd of May. And it depends on your time zone. My team will give you the exact time zones in a second. But there's a reason why it's happening in May from 21st to 23rd. So this would be the live event. It's 3 days. And there's a reason why it's happening in May. Okay. The reason why it's happening in May is because there's this thing called the pre-training. Now, this event over here is an event that I've done all over the world, and this was a $4,000 event, $39.97. But the reason why it's happening in May is because number two, okay, please write down, there's the pre-training. Now, what is the pre-training? The pre-training is basically training that begins before the event starts, okay, so that from now until the event, you're able to maximize your time with me. Now, what is the purpose of this? The whole purpose of this is because all of you are at different levels, right? Some of you could be totally new, absolute beginner. I know that some of you could be seasoned marketers. So I want to make sure that everybody starts at the same starting point. Okay, so this is basically the pre-training so that there are 3 sessions. You go through these 3 sessions in order to really maximize your time with us. Okay, so this is a $97 value. The third thing, what else do you need? It's this. I want to help you get practice. Okay, so one of the things that I do to get people practice is the videos challenge. And some of you might have gone through it before. I want you to do it again if you've done it. And basically, the whole goal here is to get 21 videos in 21 days, right? Even if you're shy, even if you're introverted, even if speaking in front of a camera is absolutely horrible for you. Now, why do I want to help you do this? It is because by the end of this challenge, when you graduate, you'll be able to get 21 videos that you can utilize in your marketing, in your lead gen, in your ads, and utilize it strategically. Okay, so this is also a $97 offer. How many of you here would love to be able to get 21 videos done in 21 days? Okay, so that's a videos challenge. So it begins on the 1st after you attend this event. So what else do you need? The next thing that is a part of this as well is to really get good at ads. Okay, so like I mentioned, a great way to really get fast results is if you can be good at ads. So this is where you're going to get access to my $1 Million Ads masterclass. And this is basically what we discovered after spending millions of dollars in ads. You'll be able to get the same frameworks that we utilize so that you'll be able to use it and deploy it in your marketing, in your lead gen, to create ads that isn't dry, isn't boring, ads that isn't cheesy, ads that ultimately don't suck, ad that's ultimately profitable. Now, this entire masterclass is a $997 value. And finally, number 5, which is huge, is basically I'm going to call it bonus number 1, is all of my, and this is the part that's crazy. Guys, if you want to notice how to create an offer or pitch, please write this down, okay? Sidebar 1 second. Please write down your bonus should be worth more than the entire training itself or the entire offer, okay? And this will be it, okay? This bonus number 1 is where I'm going to be giving you my $1 million funnels, okay? So what does this mean? It means that if I have a free plus shipping funnel that has done millions of dollars, I'm literally going to give you the same exact funnel so that you can plug and play that $1 million funnel. Same thing for webinar funnels, same thing for high ticket funnels, same thing for challenge funnels, right? How many of you here would like my actual exact funnels, the infrastructure, the architecture of it all, so that you can just change the graphics, edit the words a little bit, and be good to go and plug and play it? How many of you would like to be able to have that? Okay, so, and I can tell you, if you're active in the ClickFunnels community, you will know that my funnels are the most copied and modeled after funnels. And this is where I want to be able to give you straight up my best converting funnels so that you can utilize it straight away and deploy it. And I can tell you, just this alone is, again, if you were to hire a funnel designer to build a funnel from scratch, how much do you think that will cost you? Okay, so I'm going to put here $10,000 in value, even though I know it's worth a whole lot more. It's done, millions of dollars for me. But I'm going to include this as part of this entire thing, and a whole lot more that I'm not going to reveal over here. So how many of you here would love to be a part of this experience? How many of you would love that, right? By the way, how many of you here learned something this weekend? Show of hands if you truly believe that you learned something here this weekend, okay? Now, and this was just like 2.5 days. Can you imagine if we spent an entire weekend together, right, compressing this entire thing to go through this so that it's not just the 3 days, but with the challenge together with the ads, as well as my $1 million funnels, right? How much would that be worth? Okay, so I'm just going to let you know what your investment is straight up. I'm not somebody that says, it's not $20,000, it's not even $10,000, it's not even $5,000. That's just not my style. Okay, I'm going to let you know what your investment is. It is $997, and if all this did was to help you build a funnel that you could put $1 in and get back $2 out. If all this did was just that, would it be worth $1,000? Right? You tell me. Or if all this did was so that it can automate your business a little bit more, so that you have more time for yourself, for your family, for your loved one, would that be worth $997? Right? How much is your time worth? Right? So you tell me. Okay, so for me, if I could pay $1,000 to build up these funnels, I would pay up, that has made me millions of dollars. I'll pay for it all day, every day. Okay, so I'm just going to play you this one video. Okay, so basically, how much is it worth? When I used to do live events, I actually captured this event where every participant paid $4,000. Okay, so perhaps I'll just play this one video to show you how much it's worth. Okay, here we go. Please have a seat. Please have a seat. Thank you. Thank you. Now, since we're here, and I had no idea we were going to do this, but now this would be a good time for me to get some valuable feedback from you. Now, let me ask you a question. Raise your hand if you are at the third and final day of Internet Income Essentials. All right, thank you. How many of you would say that this event has been better than pretty good? In fact, how many of you would say that you've been to other events before, but this one definitely surpassed all your expectations? Thank you. And how many of you now have a beautiful looking website? You're now open for business. And in fact, you actually made a sale and your first transaction right here in this very room. And raise your hand if you absolutely know 100% that this event is the one defining event that will make all the difference in your life. And how many of you know that if you actually put this into practice, it will transform your life, not just what you knew, but emotionally and spiritually in all aspects of your life. So how many of you know that? And what if, let me ask you this, what if I were to offer 100% of your money back? But listen to me. I would want to offer 100% of your money back, but that would mean that you can't implement anything that I was shown this weekend. Is there anyone here who would want your money back? There's 200 people here in this room. What if I were to offer you double your money back? Is there anyone here? What I gave you 3 times your money back? How many of you would agree that this event is worth much more than just a price tag? Here's the thing, guys. If you know that this event is worth a minimum of at least $500,000 US, and do this only if you believe that this is 100% true, right? Only do it if you know it's 100% true. If you know that this is at least $500,000 US, I would like you to stand up. Do that only if you believe that is true for you. I want to thank all of you in this room for allowing me to share my passion. I believe that my work here is done. So here's the thing. When I was at this event, I had many of my participants and students calling me crazy. And I was like, why do you say that? And they said, you know, here that we have a lot of different options and we've never been to an event where the speaker offered to give us all of our money back when the event is over. And I said, well, number one is because I don't need your money. But number two, I also know how much it's worth if implemented. And I think those were the words that I forgot to mention, because let's face it, right? Anything's only worth something if you took action and if you actually implement it. Because if you don't do anything about it, how much is it really worth? It's worth nothing, right? So it's only worth something if implemented. So how much is that worth, right? So here's the thing. So ever since I've started doing these events, our events has always sold out. You know, I've done it all over the world. And that was the price point that we did at. You know, let me just quickly share my screen. All of our different events was at a $4,000 price point. And you can see why it's actually an amazing deal at $39.97. Okay, so but like I mentioned, we've taken everything virtually and now it is $997. And if you want to be a part of this, if you know that this is something that will help you skyrocket and take your business to a whole new level, you can join us, all right? My team is going to give you the link. It's basically pingjun.com/next. Okay, guys, I would like all of you to open a new tab right now. How many of you know that this thing is going to help you take your business to the next level? How many of you know that it will make that difference, right? So open a new tab right now. All you got to do is type in pingjun.com/next. Okay, I'm going to walk you through that process. Okay, and basically it will take you to this page over here. Okay, for you to check out pingjun.com/next. It details everything that we talked about earlier together with some unannounced bonuses. Okay, so here's the page that you are going to be on. Wait a second, I just realized that I'm not sharing my screen. Give me a sec. So this is the page, okay? So once you go to pingjun.com/next, this is the page that you're going to be on, okay? So here's the thing. I am going to do one extra thing because you guys made it to the end of the ABC Method live event. And I want to do something on top of the bonuses and what we've covered here today, okay? And I'm going to give you this code, but do not share this code. It is just for you guys and my team will check, okay? And basically what that code is type in ABC 2021. And what's going to happen is when you apply this code, this is going to take off $500 off this entire thing. Okay, now this is only valid today for you guys. Like I said, if not now, when? And I want to be able to give you guys this incentive so that it becomes a no-brainer. Okay. Vibe Hub says I enrolled at 997. Okay, so for those of you that was really quick because it was a no-brainer, you know what? I am going to ask my team to reverse your transaction. So you can go ahead and apply this. How many of you already signed up? Like that was a no-brainer. I already signed up. Okay, so if you raise your hand, thank you for your vote of confidence. You can go ahead and utilize this code, and I will ask my team to reverse your $997 investment. Okay, but congratulations for taking action and being decisive. Okay, so I want to be very upfront. Okay, so can you invest in this tomorrow or next week or next month? The answer is always yes. I intend to make this evergreen, but it will be at a different price point, and you may not get the bonuses that we talked about over here, which includes my funnels as well as a one-on-one strategy called My Team, and a lot of other bonuses that was not even announced over here. Okay, so here's what I'm going to give you guys to do. Right. How many of you here know that if you had access to my strategies as well as my systems, it will make a difference in your business and your life, right? How many of you know this, right? Okay, great. So here's what I'm going to do. I want to be fair to everybody. So I'm going to put up a 7-minute timer for you guys to go ahead and check out and do this right now. And here's the thing, okay? Like if you're still on the fence, put it this way. What am I doing? This is called a reclose, by the way. Watch closely. So $497, like if you divided this over a year, that's like $1.36. Okay. The point I'm trying to make is you will spend this money anyway. Why not take this amount and invest it in yourself so that you get it back, many times over, right? Why not do that? Because we all know that time is a resource that you'll never be able to get back, right? So why not save that time on that learning curve rather than trying to figure things out on your own? Because you and I know that there are a lot of people out there who try to do things on their own, and after 3 years, 5 years, 7 years, they still haven't figured it out yet. So if you want to significantly shortcut your time on the learning curve, pingjun.com/next is the place to go to. Please be sure to utilize the coupon code. Please do not share this coupon code with other people. This is just for you guys. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We have been here for another, 2 hours or so. So guys, let's take a quick 7-minute break. I'm going to put a timer up here. And during this duration, you guys can go ahead and check out, claim these bonuses. And after that, we will start with the final session of the day, which is really just to kind of wrap up and summarize this entire event. Okay, so let me put a timer up over here, and we will resume when this thing ends. Okay, here we go.
New world, and you made the steps very easy for me, and that was the reason why I was here. Thank you a lot.
I attended a few seminars, but really the message that Peng Joon gave us is really over-delivered, and I will definitely come back to his class again if there is any offer in the future.
I've actually feel as if I've come off from this training knowing an easier way, knowing the tools, the skills to actually learn the strategies to become financially free, especially the framework that he used, and think to myself how I can implement this into my own website. Also the sales letter, the sales video, so like the opening, the presentation, the closing, all of those little bits that you cannot find out on the internet when you do a Google search. Peng is like a wealth of information, a wealth of knowledge in his head. And the fact that he's sharing this with all of these people, all of us, I just feel so damn grateful. I feel like right now, if I don't take the next steps to become financially free, then I actually only hold myself accountable.
As an entrepreneur, I've been looking for automation, system and processes, and that was the value add that I take away from these 2 days of intensive training with him.
Before I could think about the question, he was answering all my doubt, and I told myself, if I want to learn marketing or sales, this is the guy I need to learn.
he teach us how to use the funnel, so I know how to implement on my business in the future.
In this course, he actually lays out step by steps. What I need to do is just follow them and I'm done.
Travel all the way from Sabah to Kuala Lumpur. Why? Because I find that there's so much that you can benefit from Peng Joon's course. Yeah, I thought it's going to be just this much, but then what I got is endless list. I think that I am 10 steps ahead of anybody who is already in this industry.
I've received some incredibly powerful information that I'll be able to take away and use to enhance my business and probably create some new businesses as well. It's something I'd absolutely recommend for anyone in business, especially if they want to increase their online presence.
I'm just like a sponge. I keep on absorbing for the past 2 days. You see, I'm very new to this, and I never know that it's as easy as what he said. I always think that it's so difficult to start up the whole thing. But yesterday and today, I learned a lot.
I've attended more than 10 seminars and paid the same amount. And this is the first time I've seen someone over-deliver to such an extent. So if you're waiting right now, I'm telling you, they should go to the back tables and make the best decision you will make in your life.
I came from Bangalore to Malaysia just to attend the Game Changer program conducted by Peng Joon. If you want to become like him, it's only possible to take action. So I would urge you to take this program. You will become a game changer if you're an action taker.
One thing that really inspired me a lot is especially in listening to Peng Joon's story, how he started from nothing, from zero, without experience, and how he managed to grow and learn from there. And that kind of gave me the confidence, talking about online business, it is something that everybody can actually venture into.
I thought marketing is always very pushy, very hard selling, but Peng Joon just showed me the way, the process and the system that makes it so normal and so simple that you don't have to really reinvent the wheel, and people basically subconsciously just accept whatever you push to them. It is really blew my mind.
I already know how to make my own website, my own funnels. All the steps is really clear.
You get to learn whatever things that Peng Joon has gone through and all his experience, and he's not shy to share out whatever that he has gone through, from the hardship until who is he today.
I think he has a lot of experience, and the result that he created, I wish I can learn from him more, and to get half of what he achieved is really, really good for me. For what he teaches and how he laid out everything is really, really amazing. That's I can't find it in anywhere.
Incredible knowledge and value, and a lot of templates, and everything is done for you. You just need to implement and process it, and just don't even think about it. Just do it.
And how he shows me on the different things of how you can approach on the audience in terms of the funnels, in terms of the advertising, Facebook pixel, and everything. He's been helping out thousands of lives and then changing the life of people. I think that's awesome.
It assured me that talent is not everything. It's just hard work and consistency and never giving up. That's more important than anything else in the world.
Based on these 2 days workshop, I basically learned how to proceed with my own path, that I can grow my business very well. He's a very smart guy, intelligent, and then the way he thinks is very different from other people's. Doesn't matter any problem that you are throwing it to him, then he managed to somehow find a solution to it.
It's way different from all the other courses that I've been in. I think it helps me a lot in terms of presentation and in terms of meeting clients and closing clients. I've been doing marketing for like 2-3 years, and all of the online courses, they compare nothing to this course.
And if you guys were to follow on probably some serious entrepreneurs out there in the YouTube, Dan Lok, Grant Cardone, to me, Peng Joon is like a combination of both Dan Lok, Grant Cardone, plus having the digital side of it.
it's very interesting to see how we actually market all kinds of businesses on various kinds of platforms and using different things.
I would recommend the 100% coming. Peng Joon is really passionate about what he's doing. He has a lot of knowledge and it will work for everyone, whether you have a business or not. They will really help you and scale your business to the next level.
Automation, I think, is really important because I'm really impressed by the way he uses the system to basically automate and run his business. And of course, importantly, we are able to help even more people with the wonderful products and services that we have. So for those of you who are thinking of whether to come or not, you want to scale your business fast, quick, easy, I think this is the course that you should come.
I was all over the place doing business for 2 years. And today I actually learned that a process is really important. It has impacted me that, I'm now like really eager and, all fired up to really go and build up my funnel, increase my sales and bring my business up to another level.
I've listened to like a lot of social media marketing podcasts and videos and stuff, but then attending Peng Joon's event really does give the essence and the practical step-by-step advice on how to make things happen and it's proven steps.
But after this Peng Joon's Game Changer event, I fully understand the power of the entire funnel, the sales funnels, and how to bring the average cart value of the lifetime customer value of the customers, increase it, double my sales, triple my sales, and that really is a game-changing technique I learned in this event.
It actually gave me a very good clarity of how to actually use the funnels to actually scale my business. This definitely has changed my life, the experience that I have. And I'm just going to start implementing this. And I would definitely recommend Peng Joon's classes or webinars to anybody that I know who want to scale their business or even want to look into finding money. and stop trading time with money.
Seeing this endless and limitless possibilities in online marketing and really opening doors to believing that anyone could do it. If Peng Joon could do it 10, 12, 14 years ago, he could do it. I believe all of us, including myself, who has literally very little background in marketing, I believe I can do it. So I think that's my biggest takeaway.
It changed the way of me thinking. Actually, before I come here, I actually thought it's going to be like online, rah things, like learning all the technical stuff and how to sell things online, right? Actually, it's the whole different thing. So to be able to make a sales is actually right here. You have to change this before you can even do a sales or something.
I think looking back, I've missed out so much. If back in 2 or 3 years' time, I make a decision, I definitely believe that my life will change earlier on.
The final session of the day. Before we begin the final session, just wanted to quickly acknowledge those of you that has made a decision to join us. So that would be, let me take a look at this. Sam Wignall, congrats. Annie Shania, congrats. Jürgen Zahrul, I hope I said the name right. Caleb Garden, Nabinita Saha, congrats. Phil Lange, Payfern, Michelle Gabriel, Michael Kelly, Rohini Agnew, Regine Malana, Geraldine Wee, congrats. Jose Gennaro Okwa Lapez, well done. Karazien, Halima Muhammad, well done. Zabolts Hudak, I do apologize if I'm not saying some of your names right. Yusuf Bah, Kina Bartholomew, Dor Moyel. We have more coming in, but guys, first of all, understand that, for those of you that team, please take note as well. There's a couple of things that I noticed. So some of you here, I see your names are very familiar. I noticed that some of you also applied and you were to be part of Legacy. So I'm going to up the stakes a little bit, okay? Because you guys took action and you were decisive. So here's what I'm going to do. For those of you that applied to Legacy, and if you are a good fit, and if you are accepted, I am going to ask my team to give you a full refund on this virtual game change intensive. I noticed that some of you already paid for Legacy and you're accepted, and now you paid for this thing again. But I don't want your money. If you're accepted, we are going to refund your investment here today, right? How many of you here would love to be able to get access to this Game Changer Intensive for free? Okay. So, by the way, how many of you know that if I wanted to offer this thing as a totally separate thing, I would definitely make a whole lot more if I did that, right? And if it was about the money, I'll just make it as two separate things. So, you know what? For those of you that applied, if you are accepted to Legacy, I'm going to include this, and my team is going to refund your purchase that you just made here as well. Okay. So, let's kind of bring everything together. Okay. So now that you have, spent the last, 2.5 days here, what's the summary of it all? Like, what do you need to do next? Well, a couple of things. I think, putting all of the skill set and steps aside, ultimately, it comes back down to what I talked about earlier, which is your attitude and that do or die mentality. Put it this way, if you were hungry enough, you'll find a way to figure it out, right? Whether it is with training with me, whether it's through figuring it out on your own, you'll find a way, right? If not, you'll find an excuse. So I want to end it with this, okay? So, which, by the way, one thing that I want to mention is that right after this, we are going to be doing our VIP Q&A. Okay, so if you are in VIP, please stay back. It's going to be a session just for you guys. And I'm going to just sweeten the pot as well, okay? Just because. For those of you that signed up, you guys can also stay back for the Q&A session. Team, can you just tag them so that we know who are the people that can stay back for this Q&A? Okay, so to kind of summarize this entire thing, how many of you here learned something new here in this last 2.5 days? Okay, so I want to end it with this final piece, and it's basically the definition of commitment. Okay, guys, I would like all of you to write down the word commitment. Write down this one word, commitment. And commitment, I believe, is just two things. Number one, it's all about doing what you say you're going to do. So right now in this event, I've asked you to list down all of the different action steps that you are committed to take, right? How many of you here have a list of action steps that you're committed to doing? Show of hands. Okay, great. So the first piece of commitment is to do what you say you're going to do. So whatever it is that you say you're going to do, go do it. Right? How can you believe somebody else to believe your words if you don't even believe your own words? That's the first piece of commitment. Do what you say you're going to do. The second piece of commitment, please write down, act in spite of. To act in spite of. In spite of what? You see, when you leave this event, some of you here, you're leaving this event charged up, fired up, can't wait to take action, right? How many of you here just can't wait to apply and implement the strategies that you learned here in these last 2.5 days? Okay, great. But guess what? Life is going to happen. You are going to leave this event and you're going to start hanging out with the same people in your lives, same friends. And eventually, I don't know who it is that you're hanging out with, but it could be the case that somebody says, so what were you doing the last 2.5 days all locked up at home? Like, you look like your eyes all bloodshot red. What have you been doing from 3 to 7 in the morning every single day? Right? And your answer will be, yeah, I was at this, virtual event with some guy named Peng Joon. And then they will be like, what? Internet marketing? Oh, yeah. It's just a waste of time. You can forget about it. Now, whatever it is, your excitement level when you leave this event is going to be all-time high. But guess what? Every single day when life happens, that excitement level, guess what? It's going to drop depending on who your circle is and who your network is. And act in spite of means acting in spite of your thoughts, your mood, your emotion, to have that thing done, to do what you say you're going to do. So for example, this morning, before I started this event, one of the things that I told myself a long time ago, when fitness was never a part of my life, I made that decision when I started training in Jordan. I said, you know what? I'm going to make it as part of my lifestyle to work out 5 times a week. Okay, that is what I proposed and declared to myself as a goal a few years ago. And I can tell you today was one of those days when I and I knew that the only time for me to work out today is if I worked out before this event started. Now, let me ask you this. If you had a long day ahead of you and you have 2 options, when your alarm rings at 6:30 in the morning, and you could, when your alarm rings at 6:30 in the morning, asking you to go do a workout, what would you do? Guys, let me know in the chat. Well, what would be like the first thing that your mind is going to tell you? Like honestly, like reaction straight away, the moment the alarm rings asking you to get to the gym at 6:30 a.m. Right? That's right. Your mind is going to justify. Just like how this morning my mind said, Peng Joon, are you crazy? You have the whole day in front of you and you are thinking about doing a workout? Like, what's wrong with you? You deserve to rest. Now, this is when I want you to remind yourself what commitment is. Commitment is acting in spite of your mood, your feeling, and your emotion at that point in time. Because when you leave this event, you're going to be faced with real life options. You're going to be faced with, should I create this piece of ad, shoot this video, or should I watch Netflix instead? Should I watch Game of Thrones? Well, Game of Thrones is no longer a thing. Whatever that's hot right now, right? Should I watch WandaVision? Should I watch the new Captain America, new Falcon and the Winter Soldier? And I want you to understand the difference between world-class and average. The people that's world-class at what it is that they do are doing it even on the days when they don't feel like doing it. You see, that's how average people are conditioned. Average people are conditioned to do things only when they feel like it. Oh, I don't feel like going to the gym today. Oh, I don't feel like building my funnel today. Oh, I don't feel like working on my business today. Oh, I don't feel like shooting a video today. And that is the differentiator between world-class and average. Please write down this next sentence in all caps with rainbows and unicorns. Please write down, it is the moments that I don't feel like doing it that makes all the difference. Write that sentence down in all caps. Right? It is the moments that you don't feel like doing it that makes all difference. You see, everybody does something when they feel like it. But the legendary, world-class game changers, they're doing it even when they don't feel like doing it. And if you can condition yourself to show up that way every single day, hungry, obsessed with that goal, that's how you create change. So here's the thing. I want to end it with this one last piece. You know, every time I do this event, I always feel that my events are hands down the best trainings in the world, but obviously I am extremely biased. So I have a small ask from you. Guys, would it be okay if I had asked for a small favor? Would that be okay? Cool. Okay, guys, if you guys can take, I don't know, 2 minutes, if you guys can take maybe 2 minutes to go to my Facebook page to leave me a review and let me know what your biggest takeaway is from this last 3 days. Let me know your thoughts, how you feel. That would be something I would really appreciate. So if you guys right now can go over to my Facebook page, I would like you to head over to Facebook, search for my name. There are a lot of fake Peng Joons out there selling weird type of crypto scams. That is not me, obviously. Please look for the page that has got this blue tick over here. Okay, that's my official page. And if you guys can just head over to the review section and just take about 1 minute, let me know what you learned. Let me know what your biggest takeaway is. That would be something I would really appreciate. Okay. And if you choose to, go ahead and take a selfie of this event right now and post a picture of you being here. That way I'll also be able to remember who you are in future. Okay, so if you guys can take 2 minutes, let me know what the last 3 days has meant for you, your biggest takeaway, how you feel. We'll really appreciate it. Okay, so 3 minutes, please begin.
Come to me wild and wide. You come to me, give me everything I need. Give me a lifetime of promises and a world of dreams. Speak the language of love like you know what it means. And it can't be wrong. I got a feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. A feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. A feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. Feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. Tonight's the night. Let's live it up. I got my money. Let's spin it up. Go out and smash it. Like, oh my God. Jump out that sofa. Let's get up. I know that we'll have a ball. If we get down and go out and just lose it all. I feel stressed out. I wanna let it go. Let's go way out. Spaced out and losing all control. Fill up my cup. Mazel tov. Look at her dancing. Just take it off. Let's paint the town. We'll shut it down. Let's burn the roof. And then we'll do it again. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. And do it. And do it. Let's live it up and do it. And do it. And do it. Do it. Do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Cause I got a feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. A feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. I feel tonight's the night. Hey, let's live it up. Let's live it up. I got my money. Hey, let's spin it up. Let's spin it up. Go out and smash it. Smash it. Like oh my God. Like oh my God. Jump out that sofa. Come on. Let's get up. Fill up my cup. Drink. Mazel tov. Look at her dance. Move it, move just it. Take it up. Let's paint the town. Paint the town. We'll shut it down. Shut it down. Let's burn the roof. And then we'll do it again. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. And do it. And do it. Let's live it up and do it. And do it. And do it. Do it. Do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Here we come. Here we go. We gotta rock. Easy come, easy go. Now we on top. Feel the shot. Body rock. Rock it, don't stop. Round and round. Up and down. Around the clock. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Friday, Saturday, Saturday.
Okay, guys, as you guys can tell from the comments, apparently Facebook changed something. Now, by the way, that itself is also a great lesson. And what is that lesson? The lesson is you got to be able to adapt